following is a production of Watlington Shires and Pierce Productions. Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now. One of my favorite memories is waking up on Sunday morning at Grandma's house to the smell of breakfast. Now, Diamond B Cafe's not quite Grandma's house, but it's pretty darn close. Now, it may take an extra minute to get the food to the table, but quality takes time. Diamond B Cafe on the corner of Tiffson and Tenaha in the center. If you're in a hurry and need a quick pick-me-up, stop by Diamond B Coffee, 500 Hurst Street, serving specialty coffees, breakfast, lunch, and sweets.
Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Welcome, basketball fans, here to the big broadcast here on NetSN. I am your host, Larry Pierce, here in the SEC. That's in Tenaha, Texas, baby, the home of the Tigers, as the Tigers are hosting the Garrison Bulldogs here this afternoon on what is going to be a good ball game here for the Gals. Both these teams, the Gals right now, the Tenaha Lady Tigers, are sitting at the top of the District 23, and they're trying to stay there. The Garrison Lady Bulldogs are trying to make sure that they can solidify one of those 4 spots here for the playoffs, because we're getting down to the final 3 games of the girls' part of the season. We got tonight, we got Friday night, and then next Tuesday, and that's going to be it for the girls' part of the season. And on the 10th, around the 10th, they're going to start doing some playoff basketball, and we're going to be covering a lot of that as we go through the month of February. So tonight, we have come down here to Tenaha and enjoyed the fish at the Tiger Cafe. Can't beat it. I tell you what, it's good stuff. Enjoyed coming down here for that. I think that's the main reason why I came down here. Now, just kidding. For a good ball game here tonight, too. Not only the girls, but on the guys' side as well. The Tenaha Tigers, for Coach Lewis, those guys are really rocking and rolling right now. They seem to have a good head of steam, so they see they keep that rolling against a very tough Bulldog basketball team in Garrison here tonight. The Lady Bulldogs coming in here. They've had some up and down season a little bit for Coach Hona, but I'll tell you what, they are a very good, scrappy little basketball team, and the Lady Tigers better be ready. So I've seen the Lady Tigers, as I was talking to Coach Lewis in the coaches show last night at the pizzeria, and I said, I've seen the Lady Tigers many times this year, and whenever they get rolling down the field or up and down the court, they're like a well-oiled machine. They're like a nice steam train, just up and down and boom, 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 and they will hurt you if you let them. So the Garrison's got to be in there, and they got to play good defense. Garrison Lady Bulldogs, they can get up and down the floor too. That's some good outside shots, and they're going to have to make sure they make those tonight, and they're going to have to slow the pace of the Lady Tigers. That is what's going to have to be the key for the Garrison Bulldogs tonight. The Lady Tigers, defend your home floor. Take care of business. Do what you do, and keep that number 1 spot in the district. That is their goal for the Lady Tigers here tonight. All right, a couple minutes away from game time. It is a Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. We'll be right back here for the start of this one. We're in Tenaha, Garrison, Tenaha here on NetSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
National Anthem, folks. We'll be right back here for the ballgame coming up. All righty, let's play some basketball here in Tenaha tonight.
From Garrison, the Garrison Lady Dogs.
I'll turn over to the PA announcer for your introduction.
Number 1, J.K. Davis. Number 3, Bree Down. Number 5, A.J. Johnson. And number 15, Aubrey Townsend. Head coach is Gracie Honey, assisted by Amy English, with Vanessa Davis on staff and Emily Sanchez as her manager. Now, let's meet your Lady Tigers. Number 4, at guard, Angel Alexander. Number 2, at guard, Kiela Giles. Number 1, at guard, Ariana Dagley. Number 15, at forward, Liliana Horton. And number 3, at forward, Hayden Stud Fox. Head coach Darwin Houston, assisted by Christina Vincent and Brittany Cox.
Alrighty, there your Lady Tigers of Tenaha and the Lady Garrison Bulldogs ready to go here into this big district matchup. Big one here tonight at the SEC. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. And we got a good one here tonight. Both these teams good to go. Got a good little crowd here from Tenaha, ready to rock and roll. Yes, sir. Here we go. Ending up with the refs. We're good to go. I want to say thank you to the refs and the hard job that they do here. Appreciate them coming out here and putting their time in and doing what they do. Actually, I was talking to one of the refs there at the JV game. Good JV game. The Tenaha guys were actually able to pull it out there towards the end. Talking to one of the JD refs there, and, he's just one of those guys that's retired and asked him to come back and do a game. Those guys, they've done it for a long time. They'll come back and do a game here, not because of anything other than the love of the game. There you go. So here you go. Let's play some basketball in Tenaha, the SEC tonight. We're going to go into the circle. It will be Cox and Downs ready to go here. The Lady Tenaha Tigers will be in white, outlined in maroon. Maroon with the checkered gray for the Garrison Lady Bulldogs. Here we go from the SEC. Controlled by the Lady Tigers. Okay, here we go. Oh, out through the hands there. Giles can't hold on to it. And we'll go back the other way. Bulldog basketball looks like they'll not face very much pressure here coming up the floor. Get it across. It's Townsend now send it down here into the corner. As Johnson will have it, trying to drive along the baseline. Kick it down there into the corner. 4-3 onto the way. It will not go. That was Downs for that 3. Rebound comes out here by Tenaha. Lady Tigers trying to push up. Pass too far up ahead there for Dagley. Gets out of bounds. And the Lady Tigers will turn it over, and Garrison will get it back here. Both teams looking for the first score here into the first quarter, just underway. So up the floor now comes Downs for Garrison. She'll push it over to the left side, gets the pass back. She'll have it there. This is the double team. Horton all over. Kick it back down here into the corner. Davis trying to. Oh, it's a block in the middle there by Cox, and she'll come out there with the steal. Cox pushes it back up the floor to the right side of the lane. Took it all the way to the rack and scores. And Cox puts the Lady Tigers onto the board first. So Cox gets the Lady Tigers on the board first. Here comes Garrison. That gets through the hands there of Patton, but she gathers it up, sends it over to Downs on the left side. Back to the right. Back out on top. Townsend, 4-3. Off the mark there. 0 for 2 quickly here by the Lady Bulldogs. Ball comes out long. Picked up by the Lady Tigers. Taking it right to the rack. A little too strong there. Cox got a little too far underneath the rack there. Get it underneath. Nice bounce pass up ahead here to Johnson. Johnson can't finish. And a rebound comes out by Horton. And back at the floor now come the Lady Tigers. Starting to get warmed up here. Take it down here into the corner. On the way for the 3. That is off the mark there by Dagley. Rebound by Downs. And she'll bring it back up the floor here. Find Townsend over to the right side. Back to the middle here for Downs. Downs down in the corner. Take it back up underneath. There's Johnson. Johnson down to Townsend down the corner. Going to line up for a 3 there in the corner. That's on the way, and it will not go. 0 for 3 by Lady Bulldogs. Off the mark here in the first couple of minutes. That pass up ahead. Once again, the Lady Tigers are just a little too far ahead of the passes. The passes are just a little too far ahead of the running up the floor here. So Coach Peterson looks like he's going to call a quick timeout here, get everybody gathered in. 2-0 ball game here early. Lady Tigers at Tenaha. 6 minutes to play here into the first quarter. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
There we go. I have to remember which button I was supposed to push. Okay, here we go. After the quick timeout, a couple minutes gone here into this ball game. And the Lady Bulldogs will get it back here as Lady Tigers have got the quick early bucket, but they've had a couple of quick turnovers here by passes just being a little errant, but just early. And up ahead now come the Lady Bulldogs. They're going to face a little bit more pressure here by the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers put on that pressure. It's really hard to break around it. Stopping it, popping inside the three-point line there for Alexander. And that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. Townsend. Gonna get trapped there at the half-court line. Kicking it back over here to Downs. Downs throws it all the way across. Cross-court pass and not good there. Cox comes out there with the steal. Cox 3-on-1 basketball. Dropping it off here to Horton. And, it comes out of the rack. Rodriguez with the rebound. And she'll drop it back off here. And here comes Downs up the floor. Downs going to drop it up ahead. Nice pass up there into Johnson. But it bounces out for Johnson. She gets her own rebound. Tries to go right back up there with it. And it won't go. Out of bounds by the Lady Tigers. They'll stay with the Lady Bulldogs. That's a nice job there by Johnson. She had a nice chance to get that one there, but it just didn't go down for her. So Downs on the inbound, gets it out here long to Davis. Davis for 3 at the top of the key. 0 for 4 at the three-point line, running down the long rebound. Here comes Dagley. And she'll push it up the floor to the right side. Nice job there by Downs. Gets her hands in the air and try to intercepts the cross-court pass. Takes it back up left wing 3. Bam! Downs knocking it down from the left wing for 3. And that gets the Lady Bulldogs onto the board. Big 3 right there by Downs. Dagley over there on the right side. Horton calling for it. Here's a 3 back here by the Lady Tigers. It won't go. Looks like Alexander making that shot there. Out of bounds, back to Garrison. It's a 4-3 ball game. Lady Tigers with the lead. Bulldog basketball down here on the far corner. As this Downs on the inbound, gets it into Townsend. Townsend back to Downs, and she'll bring it up across the timeline here. She'll get the half-court trap here. And now back to Townsend. Back in the middle. Rodriguez. Downs, 3 ball from the right wing. That's knocking it down. Davis. Downs back-to-back 3s. This one from the right side this time. as the Lady Bulldogs take the lead here, 6-4. Back on the floor comes Alexander for the Lady Tigers. Getting down to 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Horton to the left side. Horton driving in, over to the right. On the wing there, back out, top of the key. 3 ball on the way, off the mark there. That one by Giles, 0 for 3 at the 3-point line here for the Lady Tigers. And it's rebounded by Garrison. They'll push it up ahead here. Down's going to try to get from the right side. This time 200 off the back of the iron. Rebound comes out. And looks like Giles pushes up the floor here. Giles going to take it right to the racks and scores. Nice job, Giles. Coming up the rebound, taking it up the score, ties the ball game at 6. 3:45 to go here, first quarter. Back in the middle. Deal there by the Lady Tigers. That's just a light pass here. That one gets ahead. And who's she trying to get it to? Looks like she's trying to get it to Davis. Horton trying to get it up to Davis. Davis wasn't quite ready for that one. And a good job there by Garrison. They got a hand on it to knock it out. Fortunately for Horton, it does go out of bounds and saves it for the Lady Tigers. As Rodriguez checks out. And we'll see who she got checking in here. Patton checking back into the ball game for Garrison. That one gets lost there by Alexander. She lost the handle on the basketball, and it's a free run to the rack there by Downs, and she'll have all 8 of the Garrison Lady Bulldog points here, and they have the lead. In the lane, nice shot. She's going to be fouled, taking it in there. Alexander. Oh, we're going to call Alexander with a walk. So a turnover there. Another turnover by the Lady Tigers. They've had some fast break basketball here, but they haven't had a good set offensive shot for points yet. There's another nice job there by Horton, getting her hands on that one, making a steal. Ball's loose. Into the hands here, going to get it up ahead here to Bell. Bell in front of the defense. Ball's still loose. She's on the floor here looking for some help. Ball's out. 4 Bulldogs down there, and they finally come out of there with it. Patton gets it up ahead here, Downs at the half-court line. Now she brings it back across. Townsend right side. Thought about the 3. A good job there by Cox. 3-ball shot, but it looks blocked by Cox. Back out to Townsend. Downs for a 3 from the right side once again. 2 for 8 at that 3-point line. Coming down here with it. Alexander going to throw it up ahead here, and that one gets tipped by Downs, but Cox comes out with it, and Cox gets the nice shooter's roll. Ties it back up at 8. Downs will bring it back up the floor as we get down to 2:20 to go into the first quarter. Excited first quarter here. And that one, little errant pass there as Townsend went to the right. The ball come to the left. So out of bounds, back to Tenaha. Now ready to bring it in is going to be Cox. She'll get it in here to Alexander. And Downs will be right there at the half-court line waiting on her. Throwing it up ahead. Bell into Horton. Horton trying to back her down. Sorry, no, it's number 14, and that is, that's Bell. Horton, I mean. Ball's off the mark there, but coming out there with it is Cox. Cox into the lane and puts up the shot. She gets the rebound. She's got 6, and the Lady Tigers now have the lead 10-8. Pushing the ball up the floor here is Downs. Downs stepping and popping out here on the right. Can't get that 3-ball to go. Rebound comes out. That is number 12. That is Davis with the rebound. Into the lane here. Short jumper. Cox off the front of the rim. Can't get it to go. Ball's loose. Knocked out there by Bell, number 24. Kick it back out here to Cox. She'll have it. She'll set it up here for the Lady Tigers with a bucket and a half to go in the first and a 2-point lead. Coming out here now, Alexander. Kick it over to the right side, and there you get Dagley. Downs got a foot on it. Dagley taking it in too strong, won't go. Knocked away from Townsend after she had the rebound. Dagley gets it, and long jumper, won't go. Cox knocks it away, out of bounds. Should go Garrison way, and it does. Bulldog basketball. 1:11 left in this first quarter. Ready to check back in here is Giles. Giles will check in. Also, Hendricks will check in as Cox and Dagley will have a seat here for Coach Peterson for probably this last minute and 11 here. Townsend on the inbound. And it's full court pressure here by the Lady Tigers. The ball gets knocked away there from behind, and a good job there by Alexander. She comes out of it still. She knocked it away. She gets the steal. In the lane, Alexander working her way in and too strong and rolls off the front of the rim. Ball comes out to Downs. Downs pushing the action, going to throw it up ahead. Got Johnson in front of everybody, and nice job. Johnson is going to get the hoop and the harm as Horton's going to foul her underneath. So Johnson with the bucket, and she'll go to the line for a 3-point play. Trying to take a 1-point lead here with just about 52 seconds to go, or the Garrison Lady Bulldogs. That's going to be on Davis, her first. Off the mark there on the rebound, on the free throw. Bell went for the rebound, and she knocks it out of bounds. As Davis checks out, Coach Peterson makes some substitutions here, and stays Garrison basketball after the missed free throw. On the inbound, oh, nice inbound there to Townsend, and they made a great play. Townsend comes in and gets the bucket. Nice inbound play there by the Lady Bulldogs. They lead it by 2 as we get down to 43 seconds to go here into the quarter. And now some pressure here by the Bulldogs, pushing up the floor. Cox on the left side, sorry, that is Alexander trying to do a reverse layup, can't get it to go. Let's see who got that rebound, but the shot is missed. Coming out of the with it is Townsend. Townsend will drop it off here to Downs, and Downs will bring it up the floor here with about 25 seconds to go. Across the timeline, down to 20. Left wing, 3-ball. Back of the iron, no good. 2 for 10 at the 3-point line. Ball goes out of bounds. Tiger basketball. Let's see if the Lady Tigers decide to hold on for one shot here with 16.45 to go in the first quarter. So ready to bring it in here. Tenaha gets it on the inbound. Going to bring it in. Find Giles. Giles back to Dagley. Back to Horton. Horton bringing it across the timeline here. That's going to be a foul there on Patton right there at the half-court line. Only the first team foul here. Both teams only one team foul here into the quarter. So only one team foul here on both teams as we get close to the end of the first quarter. On the inbound, Dagley will have it over to the right side. Down in the corner to Horton. Horton stopping and popping short jump shot. Can't get it to go. Alexander knocked it out. Hendricks knocked it out. Can't get it to go. It will not be another shot here. It will be a 12-10 lead for the Lady Bulldogs over the Tenaha Tigers. Second quarter on the way, folks. We'll be right back here on Net SN.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Alrighty, folks, back here for the second quarter. Great first quarter there by Downs. She had 8 points in the quarter. She's right here at the half-court line ready to bring it in for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll have Giles in front of her here as Garrison Bulldogs ready for the basketball to start the second quarter. Townsend in the backcourt. Coming across the timeline here into the front court. And here we go to the second quarter. 12-10 lead. Good, exciting first quarter there by both teams. Not one foul on both teams there into that quarter. Rodriguez in the ball game here, working against Hendricks. That ball goes off of her foot. And Rodriguez hits the deck there, but looks like she's going to be okay. Taking it all the way down the lane. Nice drive there by Dagley, but just off the mark, but a good rebound by Bell. She'll throw it back out. 3-ball off the mark there by the Lady Tigers. And it is rebounded there by Townsend. She'll drop it off here to Downs, and Downs will bring it back across the timeline, working against Giles over to the far side. Giles right on Downs. Downs trying to take it to the baseline. Nice job there by defense by Giles. Makes her off to her shot. Downs misses. Coming up the floor here is Dagley. Dagley stopping and popping for about 12. Back of the iron, no good. Nice job there by Hendricks to get the rebound and put it right back and ties the ball game at 12. 7 minutes to go here once Townsend comes across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. Left side driving. Nice job shutting that down, Horton. Downs from long way out for 3. Will not go. Long rebound comes out. And it is saved there by Davis. Good job there. And there's Downs at the top of the key. Going to try it again, and she'll knock it down. That's her third of the night there by Downs. And she'll bid it back to a 3-point lead here for Lady Bulldog. 6:40 to go in the half. As Dagley brings it across the timeline now here for the Tigers. Over to Horton. Now back to Giles. Down in the corner. Gonna find Bell. Kick it back out here. Nice drive here by Dagley. Dagley to lane, high off the glass, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. Nope, it busts out of her hands. Johnson comes out with it, throws it up ahead here to Downs. Downs taking it to the rack, nice job. Horton gets back, but Downs does a good job taking it right to the rack, and a nice little start here for the Lady Bulldogs. They run off a 5-2 lead here into this first 2 minutes of the second quarter. 6:09 to go. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
Alrighty, folks, back here with 6:09 to go, and the Lady Tigers of Tenaha trailing at 12-17 to the Garrison Bulldogs. And Lady Bulldogs have come out here and Downs with 3 threes in this first half, has taken care of business here. And the Lady Tigers have had some turnovers that probably cost them a couple of points here, but still right here with a 5-point ball game. A lot of time to go into the second. But Tigers have the basketball as Dagley brings it up, sends it over to the corner here. Free ball on the way off the mark there. It's 0 for 5 there for Hendricks. Nice rebound. She gets her own rebound, puts it in the lane, and oh, it won't go. Trying to put it right back up there. That looks like, was that Horton into the lane in there? Nope, sorry, that was number 24. That's Bell. She got that rebound. And then nice job there by the Bulldogs as they wrap it up, causing a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Lady Tigers. Trying to get it in long here, just over the outstretched hands of Downs. And then Giles takes it in. Oh, it rolls off the front of the rim. And a nice job in position there for Davis. She gets the rebound. Back to Downs. And here she comes across the timeline, met there by Giles. Townsend to the right side. Townsend right wing. 3-ball. That's partially blocked by Horton. And rebounded there by Garrison. But Hendricks comes out of there with it. And we're going to get a foul away from the basketball. Oh, sorry. It's going to be Garrison out of bounds. Back to Tenaha. 5:34 to go in the first half. And the Lady Tigers have been outscored 5-2 so far here in the first 2.5 minutes. Bell checks out of the ball game. Brianna Cox back in. Up the floor now comes Dagley. Dagley working over to that right side. Kicking down over to Giles. Giles going to try to drive the baseline. Giles tries to go up underneath, reverse layup, but can't get it to go, but she is fouled. And that is the first foul here by Garrison. Only one team foul in that first quarter by Garrison and Tenaha. And all the way down to almost 3 minutes gone here in this first quarter for the first one here by Garrison. And that's going to put Dagley at the line, or sorry, Giles at the line. And she's got 2 points in the ball game and looking to cut into this 5-point lead here that Garrison has. And first one good. Second one on the way. Back in the iron will not go. Rebound comes out by Downs. She'll push up the floor here. Oh. Johnson Townsend, same spot right there, but stays with the Bulldogs underneath to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has a shot blocked by Dagley, and the ball gets out of bounds. Somebody knocked it away, and it stayed and went off of one of the Lady Tigers out there. Good job there. It looked like Davis knocked it away off of one of the Lady Tigers, so it stays with Garrison with just about 5 minutes to go here in the half. Downs looking to get it in here, and going to get a timeout quickly by Garrison. And a quick 30-second timeout. They were just about to get a 5-second violation. We'll be right back here, folks, on NetSN.
Sparky D's Bargain Store. Who are we? We're an online auction store on Facebook. Find our page on Facebook. There you'll find a post for our weekly auction. If you find an item you like, place your bid and you could be a big winner and save yourself lots of money. We're on Facebook only for our weekly auctions. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out on Facebook. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, where we will save you more.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here as we are at the SEC, home of the Tenaha Tigers. It is 17-13, Garrison Lady Bulldogs with the lead with 5:05 to go here into the first half. And it will be Garrison basketball underneath their own goal here as Downs looking to bring it in. Finally does get it in, and she's going to find Johnson. Johnson underneath and throws it up, but it won't go. Goes off the rim. Johnson gets on the rebound, turns up, throws it right back up. Not a very good shot right there. It's off the mark. And comes back out here. Comes the Lady Tigers. Dagley 2-on-1 basketball blocked by Rodriguez. But Rodriguez gets a little part of the arm, and that's going to put Dagley at the line for the Lady Tigers. Good job there by Rodriguez. She got back, and she just got a little piece of the arm there onto the foul as well. So Dagley goes to the line, shooting 2, down by 4. First one on the way, good. Always important to hit him there at the free throw line. 50% so far. Back of the iron, no good. Nice rebound there on a good box out by Rodriguez. And it will be a 3-point lead here for Garrison. I've seen them make too many mistakes here so far in this first half. And that one right there, just a little too strong on the pass by Johnson. Trying to get it across the Townsend, and it's a turnover back to Tenaha. The Lady Tigers get a chance here to tie it with a 3, or at least get a little bit closer here, trailing by 3. On the inbound to Dagley. Dagley going to get it back down in the corner. Horton for 3. Too strong on that one. And right there to Townsend in good position for the rebound. Gets double teamed. Now throws it back out to Downs. Downs pushed up along the left side. Across the timeline. Goes Downs all the way down to the corner here. Stopping and popping. Trying to get that another 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound blocked by Cox. And get that out of my house, he says. And here back up the floor now come the Tigers, trailing by 3. Right on the line there, and it's too strong onto the shot by Dagley. Dagley gets her own rebound, takes it into the lane. Inside the free throw, blocked in the middle there by Davis. And it's a rebound there by Hendricks. She drops it off to Dagley. That's Giles. Giles gets the bucket. A lot of stuff down there in the middle there, folks. A lot of young ladies in there. All right, here we go. Good job there by both teams. Downs back across the timeline. Here we get under 4 minutes to go in the half. Downs with a beautiful dot. Blocked once again. Cox says no. She's trying to have a block party down there tonight. 3:54 out of bounds to Garrison. As Downs ready to bring it in here once again for Lady Bulldogs. It's just now a 1-point ball game. Nice inbound there. Ball gets taken away. Horton and Johnson working for it there. And it's going to be jump ball, possession arrow back to Garrison. Good job there by Horton getting a hand on it. But Johnson trying to get in there and get a shot. She had a good little inbound pass there, but Horton immediately got a hand on it to wrap it up. So Garrison will get it on the inbound once again. On the inbound, finding into Rodriguez. And blocked from behind there is Cox. Rodriguez on the floor. Ball's loose. Coming out there with it. Dagley going to throw it up ahead. Oh, that's almost a walk right there. Giles throws it up ahead to Dagley. Dagley can't finish the shot as they were the only 2 down there. Up ahead, long pass for Downs. For 3. And she drains it from the right side. So the Lady Tigers had an opportunity down the other end. Nobody down there on defense couldn't finish. And they throw a long pass down the floor here for a 3. Cox trying to weave through the lane there. Good defense by Garrison. She does able to hang on to it. Here's Cox for 3. Off the mark. 0 for 7 at the 3-point line for the Lady Tigers. Horton short. Giles with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Cox with the rebound. Finally gets it in there. Cox gets her first points of the second quarter. I'll tell you what, Lady Tigers are having to fight for all kinds of buckets down there. And good defense by Garrison Lady Bulldogs. Up ahead, Johnson back out to Rodriguez, turning the corner there to the left side, trying to drive Cox. I think got another piece of that one. That's at least 3 in the last few times down the floor. Alexander going to check back into the ball game here for the Lady Tigers as Hendricks will help out. Hendricks, good minutes for Coach Peterson on the floor. 2:49 to play here in the first. Oh, beautiful inbound, but a great job there by Dagley, but she got a little too much. If she'd have went straight up with it, I think it would have been a great block. She would have done a really good job, but she got a little too much with it. Only the second foul here. Only the first foul on Tenaha, so I'd say. 2 fouls on the Lady Bulldogs, but going to the line is Davis, her first time at the line tonight. She'll shoot 2, trying to increase the lead here as they lead it by 2. And, tell you what, I thought that was going to come back down and fall in. Bell checks back into the ball game here. Dagley will have a seat for Coach Peterson. Dagley picking up her first foul. Very good game here by both teams. Both teams not really having foul trouble by any one player or anybody, any team. That was just a little bit short there. And off the mark. So now coming up the floor is the Lady Tigers with a chance to tie or take the lead here. They treat it by 2, 20-18, 2:40 to play here into the first half. Alexander dropping off in the middle there. And Giles kicking it back out. 3 ball by Horton. And back at iron will not go. And that's going to be against the Lady Tigers, so it's a turnover back to Garrison. 2.5 to play here into the half. Garrison has played one great game here tonight. Tenaha had to really kind of fight, struggle for a lot of stuff that they've got here this evening. They've been playing great defense, and there's another good job at it. A good double team there. They get it back out here to Townsend. Townsend, short jumper, can't get it to go. Alexander coming out there with it. Trying to throw it up ahead here as they got numbers. Knocked away from behind by Rodriguez. That's a great job by Rodriguez to come from behind and knock it away from Alexander. And then it actually went off of one of the other Lady Tigers. It goes back to Garrison. Great play by Rodriguez for Lady Bulldog. 2 minutes to go. As Downs comes back across the timeline here, working right down the lane. Beautiful pass over to the left side. Johnson, short jumper, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out by Alexander. The Lady Tigers, under 2 to go, pushing it up. Throwing up the floor here, Giles, back to Alexander. Nice job there by the Lady Tigers. Good ball movement. Alexander, 4 points in the ball game, ties it at 20. Still just look like the Lady Tigers just a little too fast over there. Just going to slow down just a little bit. But we're going to get it together here as we go along. Garrison has done a great job here tonight as well. Bucket have to go in there in half. Rodriguez with it, loses handle on the basketball. Coming out with it, Alexander. Alexander and Downs at the rack, and Alexander is going to get the shot. And she got 6, and the Lady Tigers now take a 2-point lead. Had a lead for the first time since back in the first quarter with 1:15 to go right now. Downs taking her time coming across the timeline. Be about $1:10 left in the half. Working there against Giles. Downs, top of the key, over here to the right side. Throwing it back in the middle to Johnson. Johnson putting up the shot. It won't go, but she is fouled. And that's a nice job there. Johnson with a nice little give and go. Drop it off underneath. As Johnson goes to the line, she'll shoot 2. Second team foul here on the Lady Tigers. Only the first one on Horton. Up and good for Johnson. First points of the second quarter. She's got 3. Trying to tie it up here on the back half. Rodriguez checks out of the ball game for Patton back in. And with 1:02 to go, Johnson steps up. Second one goes down. So ties the ball game at 22 with a minute left to go here in the half. Here comes Alexander across the timeline working against Downs. She'll kick it to Cox over to Horton. Horton working lane to lane inside the free throw line. Puts up the hook shot, won't go. Johnson with the rebound. It's a double team. Kicks it back out here to Townsend. Townsend taking her time now. There by Giles. Now Townsend trying to get it across. Finds Downs. Here to the right. 40 seconds to go. Horton on Downs. All the way back underneath. Johnson has to go out of their hands, but good job to save it. Back to Patton. Townsend for 3. It will not go. Rebound here by Patton. Turnaround jumper high off the glass. Won't go. Rebound by Cox. Here come the Lady Tigers trying to push the action with 20 seconds to go. All the way back across. And Downs got a hand on that one there as they try to get it across here to Giles. And Downs tried to track it down, but it stays Tiger basketball with 18.7 to go. Horton ready to bring it in here for Tenaha. Down here in the far corner. Get it in here to Alexander. Alexander going to weave in the lane. Nice job. Alexander too strong. Rebound by Johnson. Been just a couple times the Lady Tigers take it in there. Just been too strong at the rack right there. They've just gone off. So I'm sure they'll make that adjustment coming up here. Downs from way downtown. Oh, my goodness. From way downtown. Downs from Garrison down there making that shot. Wow. She was way out there for that one, almost to the half-court line. So that makes it a 25-22 ball game here at the end of the first half. What a great first half it was by both these teams. And Downs for the Lady Bulldogs as having herself one heck of a ball game here tonight. So right now, so far, she's got 15. I got over 19 of the 25 so far tonight here. So yeah, a lot of those. We got 5 of those on the 3-pointers. So 4 of those on 5 3-pointers by her now. I'm going to get it all right here. We're at halftime. Our halftime is brought to us by the good folks at Farmer State Bank. We're back with your halftime stats. It's coming up here on NetSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with the primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider, recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. So you can come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods. One of my favorite memories is waking up on Sunday morning at Grandma's house to the smell of breakfast. Now, Diamond B Cafe's not quite Grandma's house, but it's pretty darn close. Now, it may take an extra minute to get the food to the table, but quality takes time. Diamond B Cafe on the corner of Timpson and Tenaha in Center. If you're in a hurry and need a quick pick-me-up, stop by Diamond B Coffee, 500 Hurst Street, serving specialty coffees, breakfast, lunch, and sweets.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here. It is halftime, a 25-22 lead here for the Garrison Lady Bulldogs with a big flurry of threes, 5 of those from Miss Downs for the Lady Bulldogs here in this first half. She's got 19 points here in the half, leading all scorers for the Lady Bulldogs. It was a 12-10 ball game for Garrison over Tenaha here at the end of the first. 25-22 as the Lady Bulldogs take the lead here going into the halftime. For the Lady Bulldogs, they are 5 of 17 at the three-point line, 2 of 5 at the charity stripe. As I said, Downs, she's got 19 points, 4 for Johnson and 2 for Townsend in the ball game. 19 of those points there, 15 of them coming from the three-point line here for Miss Downs tonight. For the Lady Tigers, they are 0 for 8 at the three-point line, and they are 2 of 4 at the charity stripe, 2 of 5 at the charity stripe there for Garrison. Leading all scorers, Cox, she's got 8, 6 for Alexander, 5 for Giles, 2 for Hendricks, and 1 for Dagley. And it just seems like the Lady Tigers are just pushing a little bit, maybe getting under there. Just things were just getting a little too strong on the passes and a little too strong on some of the shots there. So I'm sure they'll definitely make some adjustments here as we go into the second half. And for the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They're playing a really good game here. Keep feeding down so you can knock it down. They've been getting rebounds underneath there with Johnson and Townsend. Also, Rodriguez has been playing very good ball in there as well. They've been doing a really good job of swapping out a couple of those young ladies in there for the Lady Bulldogs too. So they've done a really good job there with that so far here in this first half. All right, so as we get ready for the second half, we're going to go back and go get this camera taken care of, and then we'll be right back here for the second half. And the second half in the halftime, folks, is brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here at halftime. Apologies there, folks. Sometimes the Bluetooth goes a little crazy there on the camera, but I think we got her figured out. So we're ready to go here for the second half. Tenaha Lady Tigers going to switch ends. The Garrison Lady Bulldogs with a great first half by both teams here. And just good action on both ends with good defense. Not a lot of fouls, just really good basketball by two really good teams here tonight at the SEC. All righty. Referee ready to go. Dagley ready to bring in the ball here. She's going to have Alexander here in the backcourt. And here we go, Lady Tigers with the basketball. Alexander on the inbound. Here come the Lady Tigers. Oh, good job there by Garrison. Oh, that was almost onto the line, but a beautiful pass underneath there. Dagley to Horton. And Horton gets her first points of the ball game to make it a one-point ball game here. End of the third. That's going to be, looks like that's going to be Garrison basketball. Foul there on Alexander. Her first one of the third here by the Lady Tigers. On the inbound, Garrison has it. Back to Downs. Downs had that big first quarter. First half, I should say. 19 points for her. Down the corner there to Davis. Davis tried to drive along that right side. Nice job there. Dagley got a hand on it. Throw it up ahead here. Oh, too far in front of Giles. Can't complete the pass. But somebody got to pass it hand on that one. But Johnson picks it up here for Garrison. And a good job by Davis taking it right to the rack and finally getting her first points of the ball game. She's played hard in there tonight. And that one goes down for her. Now back up by 3 are the Lady Tigers. The Lady Bulldogs, I'm sorry. Onto the left side. Nice job there by Alexander. Oh, good job finding Horton up underneath. No defense right there. And that's a good job there by Giles. Dropping a nice dime there to Horton. 4 points here in this quarter. Back to a 1-point ball game. 6:52 to play here into the third. Up ahead here in the free throw line right there is Johnson. 6 points for her. Nice job to find her into the middle of the lane there. Up ahead, Alexander trying to find some room here to that left side. Long pass out to Giles. Giles in the lane. Triple team. Puts up the shot. Rolls off the side of the rim. Ball's loose. Goes into the hands of Horton. Way out on the left side. Pass stolen away by Patton. She'll drop it off here to Downs. And Downs will bring up the floor here for Garrison. And looking for the defense behind her. Way downtown once again for Downs. This time off the mark there in front of the rim. She shot one from there in that second quarter a while ago. And bringing it up for Alexander. Giles in the corner, 4-3. She's going to be fouled in that three-point corner down there. And 0 for 9 at the three-point line here so far here for the Lady Tigers. And to the line, though, goes Giles. She's 1 for 2 at the line. Chance to cut in this three-point lead here with 6:09 to play in the third. So Giles stands in, ready to go. First shot on the way. It goes home. Trying to make it a 1-point ball game here. Second one goes down. It's good. Can she tie it? Checking in is Rodriguez. She'll come in here for Patton for Lady Bulldogs. So one more here for Giles. She got the three-point chance here. Get in there. And she gets out the back of the iron for the 3 points. A nice job there, and it ties the ball game at 29. Tigers put on a little bit more pressure on defense, but they leave the man behind there into the back of the, that's Davis, but she loses hand on the basketball. Coming up ahead here, Tenaha. Tenaha pushed up here. Alexander trying to work it against Downs. Puts up the shot, won't go. Rodriguez right there for the rebound. Kicking it back out to Downs. And Downs going to throw it up ahead. Going to find Johnson. Too strong onto the pass there as Downs rolled up there and just let it fly. But too strong there onto the pass. Saw that to start for Tenaha in the first quarter there. Going this way. And now we've seen that a couple times right here for Garrison. As it's now tied at 29. Garrison's led most of this ball game. Tenaha's had to lead a little bit here and there in that second quarter for just a few minutes. But now trying to get that lead back here with 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Down the corner, Alexander, 4-3. Side of the iron, 0 for 10 at the three-point line. Townsend with the rebound for Garrison. She'll give it to Downs. Downs pushing up the floor here along the left side. Got Dagley all over for defense. Downs to the left. Off the glass, can't get it to roll home. Alexander going to push the action just out in front of all the defense of Garrison and outruns everybody, but misses off the side of the rim. I've seen the Lady Tigers do that a couple times here tonight. Wow. Townsend gets it there after Rodriguez on the rebound. Townsend down in the corner. Downs for 3 from the right side. Bam! Downs knocking down her 6th three-pointer from the corner. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be a timeout there after that one? I think so. Okay, we got a 30-second timeout here by, I thought there was a timeout. 30-second timeout here by Garrison. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Back here doing the YMCA here down here on the floor. 5:02 to play here after the timeout. 3 ball there by Garrison gives them the 3-point lead, 32-29. And Alexander across the timeline here for the Tigers. Taking it down in the corner. Alexander, she's going to try a three here. The Lady Tigers have not hit one yet tonight. Ball gets taken away there by Giles, but picked up once again there by Davis. She throws it up ahead here to Downs, and Downs will slow it down and wait for her team to get here. Downs over to the right side. Now finds some room. She'll launch the three. That one goes, rattles in and out, and will not go. Coming out there with it is Giles. Giles pushing the action up the floor. Giles right against Downs. Downs gets a piece of it out of bounds, stays with the Tigers. Good job there by Downs to get back after that shot and get back here on defense and really make her alter her shot. And it goes off the mark. 4.5 to go here on the inbound. Dagley, short jumper. Side of the iron will not go. Rodriguez tracks down the rebound. And Downs will have it back here. She'll bring it back up. Her team leading by 3 with 4:15 to go. Downs, oh, beautiful bounce pass into Johnson. That's a beautiful dime right there to Johnson. That's nice. You can't feed it no better than that. Up ahead goes Dagley. Dagley blocked by Townsend. Or Downs, I should say. Dagley gets it back. Alexander for three. It will not go. Coach Peterson going to call a timeout before that three-ball shot. 4 minutes to go. Got a 1-minute timeout on the floor. We'll be right back here on a Net SN.
Aurora Concepts, Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. As we get coming out of this timeout here, called by Coach Peters. Stays Tenaha basketball. 4 minutes to play in the third. It's a 5-point ball game. Garrison with the lead here on his big district ball game here for both of these squads. Right now trying to get it up underneath here and going to find Cox. Cox trying to work along the right side of the lane. Puts up the shot off the glass. Good defense there by Davis. Cox just a little too strong there. Takes it right in. She's got 10. Both teams battling for every basket. It's just been that kind of a great basketball game here tonight, folks, by both these teams. Downs, good ball move, bounce pass up ahead here. Johnson throw it back out to Downs. Downs, step back three, short. Out of bounds. Back to Tenaha with 3.5 to go in the third. Tenaha up ahead. Dagley, right wing, three, off the mark. Long range out there. Nice job. Rebound there by Giles. She takes it back in to score. She's got 5 points in this quarter. And that closes it to a 1-point ball game once again here as we get down to about 3 minutes to go here into the third. Rodriguez up ahead. Rodriguez working against Horton at the free throw line. Putting up the shot. Won't go. A little off balance on that shot there by Rodriguez. Out of bounds. Back to Tenaha. So Alexander bringing it up. Over here to the right side, Giles. Back to Alexander down in the corner. Up underneath here to Cox. Cox working against Rodriguez. Is Cox going to get the hoop and the harm? She gets the 2-and-1. So Cox going line for the first time tonight. She'll get the 3-point play here. That foul's going to be on Rodriguez. That's only the first one of the quarter here for Garrison. It's the second one of the quarter, I'm sorry, for Garrison. 2 for Garrison and only 1 for Tenaha, and that's kind of the way it's gone here in these first couple of quarters here, and not really any foul trouble by either team, just playing really good basketball. 2:51 to go, 3-point play, good. For Cox, and that will tie the ball game at 34. Back up ahead here, ball gets away there from Garrison, and now the Lady Tigers with a chance to come out here with it, leading at 36. Oh, I got that. There we go. Get that right on there. I forgot to put her 2 on there, didn't I? I put the and 1, but I didn't put the 2. So now we're ready to go here with 2:35 to go. Dagley up underneath here to Cox once again. Cox, that's going to have to be the game right there. She's got the mismatch. She's got 5 or 6 inches over the defender right there, and she's got that all day. That's 7 points in the quarter right there. As Lady Tigers are now opening up to their largest lead of 4 into this ball game. Downs, free ball on the way from the left wing. Off the mark, will not go. Rebound by Townsend. Short jump shot will not go. Alexander, that's Cox with the rebound. And she'll push up the floor here for Tenaha. Cox going to take it right over here to the right side. Giles for 3. Oh, and it will not rattle home. The Lady Tigers have not been able to hit for that 3-point line here tonight. 2 minutes to go, up by 4. And here comes Garrison up the floor. Bounce pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, top of the key. Covered there by Cox. Try to throw it inside. Cox gets a piece on it. Dagley got some. Now throws it to Horton. Horton up ahead. Oh, almost stolen by Townsend. Alexander with it. Side the free throw line. Back of the iron, no good. Davis with the rebound for Garrison. And a minute and a half to go, and Garrison's going to call a timeout. Really need a breather here by both teams, really. So 1:34 to go in the third quarter. Tenaha now with their largest lead, 38-34 here into the third. We'll be right back here at a 1 minute timeout on NetSN.
Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included. Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
Alrighty, there's a little Michael Jackson to beat it. Going on here in the third quarter. 1:34 to play here in the third. The Lady Tigers now with the lead, and Garrison trying to get it back here. This has been one scrappy ball game of both of these teams here. Downs gets the inbound. She'll bring her across the timeline. Working against Giles over to the right side. Oh, Dagley trying to come up there and a little incidental run in there to her. I think she turned the corner. I don't even know if she saw her. She just ran right into her. Dagley going to pick up the foul there. Second one of the quarter here for the Lady Tigers. Both teams with 2 fouls here in this quarter. Downs trying to get it in. Finds Townsend. Back to Downs. Downs inside the free throw line. Putting up the floater from the rim. Won't go. Rodriguez with the rebound and off the glass. Her first points of the game for Rodriguez. Back to a 2-point ball game. Alexander up the floor here with 1:15 to play in the third. Cox to the left side. In the lane. Put up the shot. Yeah, Cox take it over here. 17 points. 9 of them into this quarter. Downs pushing back up the floor here with Giles right behind her. Under a minute to go. Giles to the left side of the lane. Can't get it to go along the baseline. Rodriguez tracks down the rebound. And she is going to be fouled by Giles. Giles will put the third foul there. That's only the second one on Giles, though. So Horton checks out as Bell checks in for Coach Peterson and the Little Lady Tigers. 52 seconds to go. And it is Bulldog basketball. Garrison has it. Downs on the inbound. Finds Townsend. Back to Downs. Downs. Driving at the top of the key in the lane. Puts up the shot. Oh, nice job there because she had somebody bearing down on her. And Downs, nice bucket. 5 points in the quarter for her. Makes it a 2-point ball game with 37 seconds to go. Into the third. Nice drive by Alexander off the glass and scores. Alexander, her first points of the second half. Back up by 4 goes Tenaha. Under 30 to go in the third as Downs brings it across. Finds Rodriguez here just outside the free throw line, or outside the top of the key. Here on the left side, working against Cox. Down inside, putting up the shot. A little wild there, won't go. Rebound comes out. Alexander pushing it up here for Tenaha. Alexander. Giles. Dagley for 3. Cannot get it to go. Rebound comes out long there by Downs. Under 3 to go. 3 ball from way out. Oh, it will not go. All right, so at the end of the third quarter, the Tenaha Tigers have come in and take the lead here into the third. They lead it by a score of 42-38 at the end of 3. The fourth quarter on the way. We'll be right back here on NetSN, folks.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Alrighty, folks, let's go to the fourth quarter here. 42-38, the Lady Tigers of Tenaha. They've had a really tough time of it here tonight with a great Garrison Lady Bulldog basketball team. And I tell you, they both had to fight and scratch for everything they've got here tonight. That's good, clean played basketball. And I expect nothing less here on the fourth quarter as Downs gets ready to bring it in here for Garrison. They'll have it to start. Downs, Townsend, Johnson. Let's see who else is in there. Looks like Davis and Rodriguez on the floor here for Garrison to start. They'll have the basketball. Downs with it over to the right side. Top of the key, 4-3. Back and iron will not go. Rebound comes out here. And fight for it. It's going to be a jump ball. Rodriguez and Alexander. Possession arrow goes to Tenaha. So going 5 of 17 at the first half. So 6 of 24 now, so 1 of 7 into the second half here for Garrison. And the Lady Tigers have yet to hit from the three-point line. They are 0 for 14. They have the basketball in the backcourt. You got to get it across here for that 10-second call. There we go. Get it across. Get it down in the corner here. Bell, the short jump shot will not go. Horton, I'm sorry, with that short jump shot. It will not go. Going to be a foul there. That's going to be on Tenaha, their first one of the fourth. And that's going to be on Bell, her first. Garrison basketball, trailing by 4. 7.5 to play in the ball game. And Downs will bring it up the floor here, working against Giles at the half-court line. Right side of the lane. Dropping it back out. Oh, had two of them there. I think Townsend's going to get called for the double dribble. As Downs threw it back in the middle there, she had Johnson and Townsend in there, and it kind of went in both of them. I don't know if either one of them knew who was supposed to get it there, but it's a turnover nonetheless there on the double dribble. And it's up ahead. Oh, and the Lady Tigers turn it right back over as Alexander tried to get it to Horton over to that far side. And out of bounds, Rodriguez will check back into the ball game here. She'll come in for, it's like Davis. Nope. So back on the floor now comes Downs. She's been out there this entire game. She's played one heck of a game here for the Garrison Lady Bulldogs. She's going to launch from the left wing for 3. It will not go. So 1 of 8 at the three-point line here for Garrison into the second half. And they trail by 4 here as Alexander brings up the floor now for Tenaha. Cox all the way back across, and Townsend got a hand on it. Out of bounds. I thought Horton might have got a touch of it too, but out of bounds on Townsend. Stays Tenaha basketball right there, top of the bench. Down in the corner. Alexander driving the baseline. Throws it back out. Going to find Giles. Giles trying to drive now back to Alexander. 3 ball on the way from the corner. Bam! And that's the first one of the night. Alexander finally knocks one down for the Lady Tigers. And that'll extend the lead to a 7-point lead here for the Tigers. Up the floor now, Downs across the timeline. Working against Giles over here to the left side. Trying to throw it up underneath there to Johnson. Ball stolen away there by Cox. Cox will bring up the floor here along the right side, throwing it all the way back across. Horton in the corner for a 3. Bam! Back-to-back threes for the Lady Tigers here tonight. After all those misses. And now dropping them out there like they hot. There's another steal by Tenaha. Inside the three-point line, it is Alexander's short jump shot. Good. Up by 12. Are the Lady Tigers. They have come out here at the end of that third quarter now here. First couple minutes of the fourth and extended it to a 12-point lead. That's a timeout Garrison. We'll be right back here on NetSN.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Already timeout over. 5:56 left to play in this one, and the Lady Tigers have come out here and outscored them 8-0 to start this fourth quarter. It is Garrison basketball. Downs will have it, as she'll bring it across the timeline with 5:50 to play. Tenaha now up by 12. And they'll get it Townsend. Oh, Townsend has it go through her hands and out of bounds. Just unfortunate here. Just Garrison just all of a sudden just kind of seems that they have lost their way here the last 6 or 7 minutes of this ball game. And Tenaha's taking advantage of it. Garrison's played a great game up to this point. All the way over across. Just had some balls get out of their hands there. There's a good job there by Johnson. Almost comes out of the steal, but goes in the hands of Giles. Giles on a driving reverse lay. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Giles with a beautiful play. Wow. I mean, wow. Okay. Towns back up the floor. Double team. Getting up here. Johnson. Free throw line. Off the back of the iron will not go. Cox with the rebound. The Lady Bulldogs still looking for their first points here of the fourth quarter. Almost 3 minutes gone. As Cox bringing it up to the left side of the lane. Right down in the lane. Puts up the shot and good. Cox gets her first points of the fourth quarter. And the Lady Tigers are starting to open it up a little bit here now. End of the fourth. So get under 5 to go. Downs back up the floor here. Up ahead here. Johnson. Good play there underneath Johnson. Good job there. Downs finds Johnson underneath. And Johnson with a bucket. Johnson. 10 points in the ball game here for Lady Bulldogs. 4.5 to go. Cox in the lane, puts up the shot off the glass, gets it to rattle home, and it's good. So under 4.5 to go now. Downs back across the timeline here for Garrison. Over here to the left side. Now it's working here against Giles. And Giles' defense has just stepped up and got us so much better here in the second half. Cox makes her shoot over her. And that ball is off the mark. Horton trying to run down that ball, and it gets out of bounds, coming up the floor. She just lost her footing there trying to gather the dribble. And the ball gets out of bounds, and it'll go back to Garrison. Downs into Townsend, back to Downs, 4:05 to play. Underneath here, finding Johnson. Johnson turnaround jumper there, can't get it to go. Good job there against Davis. Davis gets the rebound. Throws it back out here. Sorry, that's Horton. That rebound. Drop it up ahead here. Alexander taking it right to the rack and score. Beautiful play by Alexander. Getting down to 3:40 to go. And now up by 18 are the Lady Tigers. And Johnson will take her time coming across the timeline. Bring it up here to Downs. Downs going to drive the right side of the lane, put up the shot. Oh, she's going to be fouled on the shot. It won't go, but she will head to the line for the first time this evening. She's had a great game here. No points here into this fourth quarter. But she'll step to the line here for a chance to get a couple of them. 24 points in the game here for Downs. She's played one great game. She's had 19 points in that first half. First one on the way. Off the mark. Coming up after this game, folks, we'll have about a 10 or 15 minute break before the guys' game. We'll shut this stream down and we'll bring you the next stream for the guys' game. You can find it here on our YouTube channel, NetSN. That one's off the mark here. Rim down the line is Giles. Giles taking it right down the lane and scores. Nice job there by Giles. 3:25 to go. Bulldogs back up the floor, throwing up in the middle. Nice job. They find Johnson. That was the boy I tell you had to thread the needle right there, but Johnson misses. Rebound coming out by Bell. She'll drop it up ahead here to Cox. Cox now bringing it across the timeline. Over to the far side. Giles into the lane. Giles high off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Bell back out to Cox. Back to iron, no good. Townsend with the rebound to Downs. And 3 minutes to go. Here come the Bulldogs. Rodriguez getting ready to check back into the ball game here for Garrison. Long range three for Downs. And it's off the mark and out of bounds. 6 of 26 at that three-point line here. Total for the game. 5 of 17 in the first half for Garrison. And it was 25-22 Garrison with the lead at the end of the first half. 60-40 now. Garrison trailing Tenaha as they have the basketball do the Tigers. Across the timeline goes Alexander. Now it's time to take some time off the clock here, trying to corner out the offense. Giles driving down in there to get defense off of him. And just take some time off right here. Rodriguez pokes it away, but Giles picks it right back up. Good job there by Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays some good defense here tonight. She's playing a good game as well. Horton going to drive down the side. She's going to get hip checked there by Johnson on the way in. That is only the first foul of the quarter here by Garrison. Both teams did a very good job here on the fouls into this ball game all the way through. Out of bounds, Horton on the long inbound. She'll drop it in here to Alexander. Getting close to 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. Alexander pulls it back out here. Kicking it back over here down to Giles. Giles. Trying to get that time off the clock here. Working against Rodriguez. Giles will drive down in the lane. Kind of gets stopped there. That looked like it was a walk. That one goes off the mark there. Townsend coming out there with the rebound. And it looks like we're going to get a jump ball possession. Arrow goes to Garrison and the Lady Bulldogs with 1:43 to go. Good job taking about 35 seconds off the clock there for the Lady Tigers. Try to run this one out, leading by 20 for another big win here tonight for the Lady Bulldogs, or I should say for Lady Tigers of Tenaha. Downs once again trying that long range three off the back of the iron. That one will not go. Rebound by Townsend. Long range two. It will not go. Rebound comes up by Bell. Stolen away by Johnson. Johnson to be fouled. Bounce, bounce, bounce in the hoop and a harm. Johnson with the bucket. It'll go down, and she'll go to the line for a three-point play. She's 2 for 2 at the line so far tonight. Is Dagley going to check back into the ball game here? Comes in for Bell. And Johnson at the line shooting one. Trying to complete the three-point play. And does. 1:24 to go. Tenaha with the basketball. They get it on the inbound here, trying to get it across the line. Cox is down. The Garrison putting on some tight pressure defense. Getting up ahead here. Alexander gets it across the line. Down the baseline, or down the sideline over there. Now out of bounds in front of the bench. Trying to get it in. Horton finally does get it in here. Long inbound. Comes to Dagley. Dagley to Giles. Giles driving the baseline along the right side. Ball gets tipped away into the hands of Downs. 1:05 to go. Downs brings it across the line for Garrison. Slowing it down. 1:02. Long three for Downs once again. It will not go. That's a pretty shot she's got. But well, I tell you, they went down in that first, but they have not fallen for her here in the second. Do I get to touch the basketball tonight? I do. How about that? So out of bounds here as 53.79 to go. And do we get a full timeout? Well, we got to file a full timeout on the floor. So we'll leave it right here, folks. Talk a little bit about what we got going on. All right, I do want to talk about a couple things here, too. I want to say thank you to a lot of good folks here. The last few weeks I've heard good news out of Happy Tales, which is our Shelby County Animal Shelter. A lot of animals have been adopted out of there. Kelsey and those wonderful folks, Stephanie and those wonderful folks do an awesome job at Happy Tales, the animal shelter of Shelby County. Also, Happy Tales Adoption Center. Please, if you can volunteer, adopt, donate, paper towels, help out in any way. Go out and walk some dogs. Take your kids out there and read to the dogs, whatever. Please do so to help out. Now, this statement sometimes makes a couple people mad, but I don't care. We've heard a lot of people complaining about the stray dogs and all the different things in Shelby County for a lot of years. Now we have someone to take care of it. Please help those that are doing their best to take care of it. That's all I ask. All right? With that being said, I'd like to also say to my good friend Mark Potter, who also has an animal rescue in Panola County in Carthage. You can find him on Facebook. His name is Mark Greg Potter. Find him on Facebook, nonprofit. He takes care of a lot of animals in Panola County, and he does an awesome job. Please help out these two areas in our area here in East Texas. It will be a great deal and mean a great deal to me. Thank you very much. Here we go. Timeout over. 50 seconds left to go. Tenaha putting up the floor here, up to Giles, and they'll just take some time off the clock here as they'll corner it out. Up by 17. And it looked a little suspect here for the Lady Tigers, I guess, pretty much through about a long way through that third quarter. That's a reach-in foul there by Patton. Only the third team foul here by the Lady Bulldogs. But it was tight all the way. Like I said, too, it was 25-22. Garrison had the lead there at the end of the first half. It was really with a few minutes left in that third quarter where the Lady Tigers actually really able to pull out a little bit. They finally took the lead. They got that 4-point lead there at the end of the third, and into the first couple minutes of the fourth quarter really put the defense to work. Open it up a little bit here. Some missed shots by Garrison. And with 25 seconds to go, Downs brings it back up the floor here. And the Lady Tigers are going to look to get a big victory. Downs, she hits one way. Well, I tell you, she's way out there for those shots, but she knocks one down here from way out. 15 points is the deficit now. Down to 10 seconds to go. Cox up ahead. Dagley all the way back over here in the corner. Now back to Cox, and that'll run it down here. So Lady Tigers will win it 60-46 over Garrison here tonight at the SEC. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers of Tenaha with a big win here and a good come from behind where it was a little nip and tuck there until we got there towards the end of the third quarter. They finally were able to get some kind of separation here against a very good Lady Bulldog team of Garrison. All right, folks, it is our Aurora Concepts post-game show. We'll be right back to wrap it up. Get you ready for the guys' game here on NetSN.
Aurora Concepts, Primary Care Center, and just behind it, Medical Specialist Center, is a team supervised by Dr. Jane Todd and led by Don Barnes. They're professionals. They provide good family care to everyone in the family. They're also your center for testing and vaccinations. When there's something wrong and you don't know what, call Aurora Concepts. At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Alrighty, folks, welcome here to the Aurora Concepts postgame show. Lady Tigers win it 60-46 over Garrison here tonight. And our player of the game, I tell you what, I'm going to give that to Miss Downs of the Garrison Bulldogs. She had 27 points, 19 in the first half. She played a really good game here. She had 27 points altogether, 13 for Johnson, 2 apiece for Townsend and Davis. They went 7 of 34 at the three-point line, 3 of 8 at the charity stripe for Garrison. Excuse me, folks. 2 of 16 at the three-point line there for the Lady Tigers, 5 of 8 at the charity stripe. 21 points for Cox, 15 for Alexander, 14 for Giles. And they really came on in that second half to get this victory here tonight. 7 for Horton, 2 for Hendricks, and 1 for Dagley was the scoring for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here in the gals game as the gals from Tenaha win it 60-46. And the guys game is coming up. So we're going to shut down this stream. We'll take a little bit of a break and get you ready for the guys game. So get yourself some fresh snacks and get ready for it. Good one on the way as the Garrison Bulldogs and the Tenaha Tigers are coming up here on NetSN.